Hello everyone, today we learn about variance and coefficient of variation. These concepts help us understand not just the average but how data actually works. And variance measure how far the data values are separate from the mean. If we see the real life example, suppose two students have same average marks is equal to 70 and student A is 68, 70 and 72 values are close and student B are 40, 70 and 100 values are very far. Both have the same mean but student B has higher variance. Higher variance is equal to more spread and lower variance is equal to more stability. And we can see the formula variance is equal to sum into x minus mean whole square divided by capital N. Now we can see relationship, the connection between variance and standard deviation. Standard deviation is equal to square root into variance and variance is equal to standard deviation whole square. This means both are closely related. Now we can see the example. The data values are 2, 4, 6 are solved step by step. Mean is equal to 4. Difference from mean 2 minus 4 is equal to minus 2. 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. Now squares 4, 0 and 4 and we can apply formula. Variance is equal to 4 plus 0 plus 4 divided by 3 and our variance is 2.67. This shows how variance is calculated. So now our important note is that variance is in squared units, so sometimes it is difficult to understand directly. That's why we use standard deviation for easier understanding. Now we can see coefficient of variation. CV shows the relative variability of data. In simple words, we can say that it tells us which data set is more consistent. You can see the formula CV is equal to standard deviation divided by mean multiplied by 100. And this formula is clearly shown to compare data sets. Now we can see the picture. In this image, two data sets are compared. Data set A is mean is equal to 50 and standard deviation is equal to 5 and over CV is equal to 10%. And data set B is mean is equal to 50, standard deviation is equal to 10 and CV is equal to 20%. Now we can see the comparison. Dataset A is more consistent, low CV, and dataset B is less consistent and high CV. Now we can see the visual idea. This image shows a visual comparison of two datasets. One is more stable, less separate, and one is more variable, more separate. And another one is that in this image, full calculation is shown using the same data 2, 4, 6. Mean is 4, variance is equal to 2.67 and standard deviation approximately 1.63 and our CV is equal to 1.63 divided by 4 multiplied by 100 and the answer is there 40.75%. This shows the complete calculation from the variation to CV. Variance tell us how much data separate from the mean, while coefficient of variation help us compare data set and find which one is more consistent. Lower CV means more reliable data. Approximately 1.63. Now CV is equal to 1.63 divided by 4 multiplied by 100 and our CV is 40.75%. This shows complete calculation from variance to CV. And variance tell us how much data separate from the mean, while coefficient of variations help us to compare data sets and find which one is more consistent. More Lower CV means more reliable data. Thank you for watching. In the next lecture we will study skewness and kurtosis.